Barbara Swanson.
Barbara Swanson.
She wants to be ballot inspector. Is that what it is?
Yes. Yep. And we need ballot inspectors.
I mean, she has never been disrespectful in a meeting. She's accepted the answers that were asked of her, but
She also is a volunteer at the corner library.
I think she'd be a good person for it.
yeah,
She's been
and
great.
this is a ballot inspector. So this is, that's not, I'm thinking checklist stuff right now. This is to be up. Yeah, I got no problems with it. I think she would be good.
I think she would be.
You good with it? You need a motion on that?
Yes, we do.
I make a motion that we appoint Barbara Swanson to the, as a ballot inspector.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
So what will happen is we will write the oath of office. That will come forward, and you'll sign that at a separate time, and then we'll mail it out to her with her congratulations letter.
Do you reach out prior to that and say, we did it at the meeting and,
Yeah, I'll
No.
do it, but I'll need your signature. So what I'm telling you is I'll just put it in the signature file because you've all agreed.
I'll go so we can just sign it in the yellow one, yep.
Perfect.
Okay. Then we got New Hampshire Electric Co-op easement. Remind me of one.
Wonderful.
You want to take that easement?
Sure. You all got the memo from
Yeah.
Conservation Commission? Essentially, it's conservation land. Poles are already on it, and the easement is in reference to the tie downs, I believe. And the memo is a recommendation from conservation.
Yeah.
And they're cool with it?
Did you read the recommendation?
No, I'm doing it now. Do I have one?
You have that memo?
Yeah.
It's being difficult.
It was confirmed. And
Yeah,
adding
good to
any
know.
proposed
You get the,
deed contracts with landowners.
Parks and Rec
Conservation Commission did not
Director's,
feel the
phone number.
easement would
I
adversely
can get them
affect
back
the
in
conversation land and saw no reason for refusing the easement.
I agree
We
with
got
that.
conservation saying they're good with it.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
You good with it? And a motion on that too?
Yep.
And I would say, you read the whole thing or
You
I
can
just approve what map.
on map and lot 130-012 to formalize an easement for the existing utility poles, potentially adding anchors. That they want to add anchors and that the conservation has no problems with it refusing the easement. Do I have a second on approving the anchors? All in favor?
Aye.
You really know my motion though. Like a boss. All right, Patrick, what do we got now?
We have a request for an abatement for somebody who lost property and,
Where is this on?
that's part of the consent agenda, right?
Yes, just say the map and lot, if there is map and lot.
Do you have the whole consent agenda or is that it?
That's it.
Oh, so I make a motion to open consent agenda.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
I mean, it's map and lot 420-108. An abatement requested due to the fire sustained at 129.
What are they looking for?
It's an abatement based on a barn fire that they had, so it's a partial abatement on just that portion of property,
Okay.
I believe. Don't think they're the same.
Reviewed by the assessor
Yes.
And he's stating,
and recommends to go with.
recommends to go with it?
Right.
They had like a storage area that was total open fire caused by lightning.
Yeah, and then we had the light, you know,
So it's just
right about, yeah.
looking from the big number text.
And our assessor is good with it, so. You read it? You good with it?
I'm good with it.
You good with it, Marshall?
I'm good.
Well, I make a motion to approve the abatement for map and lot 420-108. Do I have a second?
I second that.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? I think we all sign it.
I got a bunch of
Did it? We actually really didn't need that motion, did we?
For what?
That. Because all we had to do is just approve the consent agenda. Giving them away now. All right, I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda. All in favor? Aye.
And then we should go in the non-public A
A and B. Isn't there another one in there too?
No.
Can I ask you before you go do that, is there any discussion tonight on general buildings on the budget? Or did you wanna do that?
No, because I didn't have it on the agenda, so.
Well, it doesn't,
We do, and before December 5th, the budget committee presentation, so we still have to discuss and review the warrant articles, which.
You got a rough draft on them now?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, so but we do need to
Look them all.
send them to.
Legal.
So we have that, we still haven't talked about government building budget. We also got clarification from the fire chief on, this additional amount of money that he was requesting for the ambulance replacement and the fire.
Roof.
truck. So we'll go through that and have to decide whether we go for the higher numbers or not.
Yeah, I just,
so the only time you have to do that is next Monday, which is the 3rd. So Patrick can review the warrant articles through legal, he'll present it. It will move forward at that point if you agree with them. Can't make a ton of changes because you don't know who's in on Tuesday for legal advice or anything like that. And the thought process of budget committee is to have the warrant articles for the 5th. And you also need government buildings, presentations prepared prior to that because it's being presented on the 5th as well. So it doesn't give you a lot of time
and when was the bridges?
for what?
Then we got something going on?
We have, so the next meeting isn't really a meeting, it's the pre-bid meeting
Right.
on December 10th.
And that's here.
But that's at 2, so you're all set. It's only between 2 and 3, it gives the opportunity, as I understand it, for contractors to come in and discuss.
No, I'll be present. You're gonna go, because we'll post it as a meeting. You're gonna be here. You don't want to?
Next Monday, the 10th.
The 10th. It's
At what
2
time? 2 to 3?
I won't be able to make that.
Okay. Marshall, are you going to be here on the 10th?
I can.
So are you going to be here in the evening for the 10th?
I can
Because
be
that's
in the
same-
evening, yeah.
Okay.
It's just the only reason we need to know is we have to have it be posted. The two selectmen were gonna be together.
I did pre-post
If you're gonna
it,
come at between
as
2
a
and
meeting,
3
just in case.
before the meeting next Monday.
Yeah.
It's next Monday, right?
Following.
The 10th. Okay?
Which
Okay.
meeting are we talking about? Because I feel like we're not on the same page now. The the bid, the
Pre-bid is the
The
10th,
10th.
between 2 and 3.
and then the Old Town Hall meeting is the evening of the 10th.
Yep.
The evening of the 10th is there.
Right, because it's a
Yep.
regular meeting.
Yep.
So the only time to discuss your budget though for prior to the 5th is the 3rd. That's why
And are we having a meeting next Monday?
you have to.
I know. So,
Yep.
regular time?
You can do it earlier is nicer if you can get here at 5. I don't mind at 5 o'clock.
I like the 5 o'clock one.
Especially where you're talking about budgets, it might be nice to have a fresh brain, and the earlier the better. Seems.
I beg
Probably
your
do 5:30.
Maybe Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever you can do, that's cool.
Work, Patrick?
You can be late.
So consensus is next meeting.
Yeah, I mean, you're close to it. I mean, you're not gonna miss anything. If we started, at 5, you care?
5:30 is fine. I mean, it's not a huge budget. It just has a lot of moving pieces that you have to
All right.
consider.
Yeah, I don't think you're missing anything. No, 5:30. Good?
Yep.
Yep, good.
Because I mean, it's really the last time, so.
Yeah, it's your finalization of essentially
Right.
the last piece of your
Yeah.
budget.
The last, the important part. Okay, now,
This is no time for
right, we're here.
So I think we could be still part of this session. So I was at the transfer station yesterday, that seasonal person is still there, just as a piece of information.
And there's no more money in the budget.
Nails.
Her line is really upside down now, right?
So he's above the line, so the question is like, is he gonna be able to stay within his budget or not?
Well, he's already spent the line for the seasonal help. He was in the hole 2 weeks ago.
Brenda told me that, one of the reasons is because somebody is out sick on vacation,
Vacation, without pay.
so we need to then another pay our things.
Problem?
No, vacation
So
without
we
pay.
just have her.
It was already approved. It's a part-time employee, therefore he doesn't have a ton of vacation time. He's taking vacation time.
Okay.
So you're just using the other person until they come back, or?
Well,
I guess
that
that's
would be something that you would talk with the board about. You don't just go ahead and say, I'm gonna keep my seasonal one while my other one's gone. You come to the board and you ask us, can you spend money that you don't have in your line?
So I will tell you, and I would be very careful with that because your department heads are charged with their overall budgets,
Mhm.
not line by line. So if he feels that you have an employee taking vacation without pay, that employee is not, it's not like money's being taken away at that point. You do have an extra weeks available because
So you're saying it's acceptable that he hung on to the seasonal help?
the communication would have been really great.
I get that, but they still can? I mean,
Well, it's not costing him anymore, he's not going over.
I know, but it's still, I mean,
It's his overall, his bottom line that you want to look at. And as far as other department heads go, we have at the highway department, when he's over on sand and salt, he's considering paving, where his cushion is. They're managing their budgets.
well, but what I don't want is to have the seasonal help there and then have the monies taken out of the other part-timers line. I want them to keep that monies, just so we can have it straight across the board, everybody, take it out of that line. If they gotta go over in that line, that's fine, stay over in that line. Because once you start taking it from other places, then you don't have a handle on it the following year.
Well, I will tell you, that is Brenda's biggest issue. She does not like transferring money.
Right.
You've seen it time and time again in your budgets where the line is over. The bottom line on his transfer station, I'm not saying 100% that it is. I have not looked at it. I'm saying his concern is the bottom line budget. She's not going to take any money from anywhere unless you tell her to. We don't move money from line to line.
Yeah, but maybe that's the thing is, that's why he shouldn't communicate, because
Yes.
we need to say, take it out of here to pay there. And we've already gotta take money because they're already over on that line.
You don't technically have to. She will pay out of the line, and the bottom line will still, but the communication is really what you need to do now.
Yeah,
Communication with departments.
moving forward on all of that, all of the departments.
He's still-
When that when when department heads come in and they do their budgets, I want them to be sticking, even though, you still got monies on the other end, or you have an employee that left and you still got retirement and all that. You shouldn't be banking on that. When you come in here and ask for paper clips line and you got $5 of paper clips, well, that's what you should be going for, is spending just the $5 on it, not banking on taking it from some other place. Do your due diligence on setting the budget up for what you need for each and every individual line. That's why they have lines.
But at the very end, you need to average out though. You need to average out at the end of the budget season.
Yeah, I just don't want department heads thinking that, they got one guy quit, so they have money in their line for an employee that's not there anymore, or the retirement, or any of that stuff, anything.
But you're absolutely right. If you stick to that line, whether it's over. But he says, well, up here, I've got a line that I know I'm going to have the money, but it all comes down.
But the thing is we didn't get told up here.
That's right.
There was no communication.
It shows us.
He's actually keeping an employee that the money was not approved for.
Right.
Can I suggest something to you? The real issue is department heads and their communication. That's the irritation.
That's what we have to whack up.
You don't want.
And I'm sure Ron didn't,
Well, this is his first go around at stuff like this, and so a little grace can be given. However, what you're looking at overall is the picture of communication. It's nice that they can completely manage their budgets. That's what they're doing. That's why they go through the process of the budgeting process to see what they can have. Things sometimes have to move around, yes, but the communication is what you'd like to hear from. This is what we're doing. This is the thought process. Come to the board with these items that are oddities, that are not the norm.
I think we ought to start getting on the roll of once a month, seeing every department head.
It used to be
Yep.
that they would come to the board.
Well, don't you have department head meetings down with the town administrator?
So we have.
That'd be a great spot for them to bring in something like that. Hey, I'm losing the guy for a couple of weeks. I want to use my seasonal as a fill-in. That should be.
Having it just be brought to this building is fine by me. But not.
Something Patrick would be able to handle, and if he, was longer term, he would have to come to the board or something like that.
So again, the issue on that is that's fine if you would like him to have that authority. That needs to be a motion, because
Right.
that is not his regular scope.
Right.
So my suggestion would just be to bring it here, have Patrick notified. He can then shoot an email to the board and just say, this is what's going on. Would you like this discussed at your following meeting?
I would think that any time we had a seasonal help and they were carried on more than what was expected, what we budgeted for, whether you have it in a line from something else, then all that means is that that something else line was too much.
Just true.
Too much.
Not necessarily, because I will tell you that what I do for our budget in reference to ordering anything is I wait till the end of the year on larger items. And I do that not because there's not a need, but because I don't want to go over. And I've done it for 2 years now, and I don't know why I do it anymore, because we have enough supplies. I'm just...
You don't go over on the line.
My nervousness comes from if I order this mid-year, and some of it was preference from the town administrator, don't order those things until we know how the budget sits at this portion of the year. I couldn't order the larger things that I did need, and I wait till the end of the year.
But that money was in that line for that
Yes.
all along.
Yep.
It's not like you're taking money from another line to cover for it.
No.
I mean, sometimes, $100, $200, or whatever you go over. I get that.
But you're saying the circumstances, he utilized this person, the issue was an oddity at his station. He's using the cushion of another line somewhere to offset. Well, what I'm saying to you is, you said it would be too much on that other line. He wouldn't need that. That's not necessarily true. We've done it in our supply line where, okay, we want to do this project. Well, supplies has, $3,000 left in it. Well, we'll use that to offset. that doesn't mean there's not a need for supply. That means your office staff is waiting again. It's not that it's too much. You see what I'm saying?
Is there any way to have it so if they are going to extend over their line for that individual line, that they need approval from the board?
That's, I will tell you, that's extremely micromanaging. You charge
Well,
you charge the department heads to manage their budgets, their overall budgets. They know they cannot go over their bottom line. That's
yeah, I just would like to alleviate seeing lines smashed by 290%.
But at a minimum, I would see a need for a communication.
yes.
I think it's a good thing that every time you see that you are going to go over in that line, you at least let the selectmen know about it, or
I'm
talk
fine.
about it, on the why.
Well, they do in so much as if the PO
Right.
comes in, there's a code. Look at your budgets. I hope that you all are looking at your budgets when POs come in to see what's in that line. If you see that, hey, well and you guys have all done it. You've looked at the code, you've looked at your budget. Well, why? I'm not signing that because it's over. Has there been any explanation as to why it's over? We've stopped a PO and said I'll find out more information. You have all done that. The real issue is the lack of communication, and it's not preemptive.
It's true.
And we want to up that. We want better communication between department heads and this office. Just like when we were talking about the car going off and smashing the guardrails. And we didn't know that. I mean, we're the only ones that can talk to Primex, the insurance and all that stuff.
We'll fix it for next year, but we're done here, and it doesn't seem to happen. There's always been something so far.
You mean overall in the communication?
No, that's specifically the case.
Yes.
Patrick, when is your next department head meeting?
I don't have any plan yet. I'm waiting to be official.
You?
You've put me in an odd position in an interim period. I don't know which foot is where.
You may have to make the next, make.
No, I may not. We'll see what's on the rest of this.
Yeah.
But getting back to Ron and his thing, I think he, in his mind, looked at his overall budget and said, I have a copy in there, so it's not a big deal, but he still needs to talk. He wants-
That is a larger piece. Bringing on an employee for longer than they are slated to work is a larger discussion.
That's right.
It's
That's
cheaper
right.
than for seasonal. That's where
Right.
it gets like a little bit concerning.
Well, especially when we went through all of it and then extended it for him next year. And then he extended it all by himself.
Can I ask you something? Did you discuss with the road agent about that guardrail?
We did downstairs, right?
Right. I just didn't know. I didn't hear the full
He
conversation.
he got pushed off, and that the guardrail guys were pushing him off because he was he had other work to do or something. What was it?
That's
Yeah,
what I didn't
that he
hear.
already reached out and he said it wasn't as long as what was being portrayed as far as time frame,
Oh, okay.
and that he actually spoke with the resident who came in and reported it, because he apparently went down and spoke with him after reporting it here.
So what we've discussed in the office is that we need to ask for the police report to see what liability
Right.
is covering that. Because if it was an issue, that needs to be covered by someone else's insurance, and
No, but
Not just like that.
the Primex needs to know what's going on.
I agree.
Like that, there's another one right there coming down 140. I don't know if that's state that handles that, but right before the river going into the ironworks, someone's gone off and hit that one there, and a couple of road cones by it.
Is that the one with the concrete piers?
No, that's
The
over.
different one? So where was the person? I thought that one you're talking about was the one.
No, that one's over there off of Elm, just past. Yeah, on the left-hand side by the
So-
river.
Can you give me a location? Do you want me to just?
So if you're going down 140, you know the river, the bridge going over the river just past the farm. Rob, is it? No.
Yeah, that's
So they're gonna put the tower,
it's not that one.
the cell tower. looking at putting cell towers.
Is that where that is down there?
I believe so. But you go down 140 past the school, and as you're coming into the ironworks, come down the hill, there's a sharp turn, and then you go over the river.
Yeah.
That guardrail right there, at the top of that turn.
Oh, right there in the corner?
Yeah.
It always gets clogged. A lot of people have lost their lives there.
Yeah, and it's 2 road cones, so it's been like that for a while. I don't know if the state handles that, because it's on 140.
It
But
is the
it's
state.
known it's a state, yeah.
State
I guess-
roads,
Because the last meeting we had on my way home, there was someone who was down over that embankment that night.
Well,
He hit black
That-
ice, and
that's a bad corner. I always try to go slow there.
but he didn't hit the guardrail. He got lucky. He went right between the guardrail and the tree, went down.
I know,
That's lucky,
it
huh?
wouldn't have been down and over. Lucky for us, or lucky for the state or something.
Yeah. Well, it was already damaged. I mean, the guardrail was there. He probably would have hit it.
Well, what was the big concern about his concern coming in here, talking to
Well, there's 2 cinder block, 3 foot by, whatever, Jersey barrier style blocks that
Yeah.
a snowplow hits that, it's going to damage a plow.
He was worried about having the plows, plowing and smacking one. But I would dare say, the guys know. I mean, they're pretty high. It's not like you're going to be, a foot of snow is going to bury them.
Well, the understanding is that they put them there.
Right, because they got put off from.
But if you're pushing back
the guardrail
snow
guy.
with the side wing pow, you may hit that. And,
But they're this tall, right?
no, because they're sitting down, they're lower. Because they're kind of off the road a little bit if you drive by.
Oh, just if somebody goes off, it's going to stop them from going the whole way or something.
I would hope so.
Well, the good thing about the complaint is that it shines light on communication issues that need to continually be worked on.
We need that department heads to start communicating good stuff to us, and
Well,
it's not asking a lot.
part of I honestly think part of the issue is the high rate of turnover that we've had at the leadership level for the town administrator position, and every town administrator has a different expectation and a different need. They all communicate differently, their expectations are different, and I feel very confident in the last 2.5 years, and this is my now 3rd town administrator that I'm personally working with. The style is very different with each one. They're not always effective in their communication. Their needs aren't always expressed. So it's very hard for a department head to understand and self-adjust every time to say, okay, well, they don't need this information anymore, but they need this information. Where what it should be is status quo. This is the information they should be coming to you with consistently. Their role should not change. The expectation of the town administrator can change, but it shouldn't alter their whole way of.
So what about just a memo? A memo with parameters
Well,
as to what you
Of the
expect.
expectations, absolutely.
I still say it's up to the PD. If they're out there, like I told that gentleman, it's their responsibility to write the report, send a copy to us, and send a copy to the highway.
Yeah, but are they allowed to do that?
So, so
Close.
it's a town-owned property. There should be protocol in
Yeah.
reference to that. That should be a notification. I know
That's
another
right, it
town,
should be.
I know another town that last month, they had 5 guardrails hit. Their administrator understood completely, knew, was on it, and that's only because of the communication between the
I mean, we're not asking for, but if there's bodily harm or property damage, then Primex needs to know about it. We need to be able to, and have that come through us. That's like with complaints. We don't want somebody going down to the town shed and complaining. We want the person to feel comfortable enough to bring the complaint here to town hall, and then we disperse it. And then when they've done with whatever they're doing with it, they bring it back here, and then we give it to the resident, the original complaint. It's not handled,
I
in-house.
agree with all of that,
You know what I mean?
No, I will tell you,
gotta-
the process has been very difficult in reference to complaints. It should absolutely come through the town hall.
No, it should, if it's a complaint. Now, if the taxpayer wants to go down and say, look, this is wrong, I just want to let you know.
That's fine, but if they're gonna
That's
put
fine.
pen to paper complaint,
Right, the complaint needs to come here.
The issue is the follow-through in reference to per department. It's very difficult when you have a complaint come in, or we hear it verbally and we say, okay, go to the department, discuss it, and we never hear it on the other end.
And it needs to
as
be-
far as we're concerned, there is no complaint until they come here and do their due diligence to file the complaint.
So I read into
complaint to this town, any complaint for this town goes here to you, and then if it's something that you don't feel, then you bring it here.
It should.
And I want to know every complaint anyways.
Dispatched to the department heads for them to.
From the town administrator. Well,
So at least we know that there is a complaint, otherwise.
yeah. I mean, what do you do? And then all of a sudden we go around and then we do our reviews and we give a guy a raise when he's got 2 complaints that we know nothing about. And I think every complaint, anything that goes in any of the files, we need to know about it.
We only got 25 minutes till the next meeting over here, so we gotta.
Got one to go. That's beat up. We good? Good?
The HEC's got a meeting here at 7.
On Tuesday?
Yeah.
Are we looking to it?
Who's meeting up there?
HEC, that's.
Oh, that's you, man.
I know.
You're
I'm just
sitting right
letting
there. You're sitting right there.
That's right.
You're not even moving.
I think I was wrong when I said that, I think it will be tomorrow. because-
Usually it's on Thursday, but I have it on my phone for tonight too, so that's why. I
From the
figured-
town administrator?
No.
I think so because.
Usually you'd see him by now.
They have been known to come in on Tuesday, I just.
Okay, so what's up next one?
So the next 3 ones are non-public of different kinds.
Well, we'll do it. And that is an A and a B. Wasn't there an extra one there, Heather? Was it an L as well?
Is it?
Let's see.
Or was it an ace?
I see an A, a B, and a C.
Oh, I know.
We'll put it in this.
A and B
It's-
and C?
Well, there's two different.
So you got an A and B coming up right now?
Yes.
All right. I make a motion to go non-public RSA 91A3, Roman number 2, A and B.
Second?
Roll call, please.
You all said yours?
Steve McQuinney here. Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. You want these? Heather?
So.
Hang on.